Most people think the winter solstice is about the darkness, but that's not quite right. It's actually the moment when darkness reaches its limit and the light begins to return. In Freemasonry, we're taught that light comes gradually, quietly, and only when we're ready to receive it. And if you're in a season of uncertainty, confusion, or inner work right now, this moment of the year has something important to teach you. Let's talk about the winter solstice and what its return of light really means on the Masonic journey. Welcome back to the Masonic Journey. So let's take a moment to slow down and reflect. We're moving into the season of winter solstice, the longest night of the year. And while Freemasonry isn't a seasonal religion or a calendar-based faith, it's deeply concerned with light, darkness, and what it means to move from one to the other. So today I want to talk about the winter solstice from a Masonic perspective. Not academically or ceremonially, but personally. The winter solstice marks the point when darkness reaches its maximum. After this night, the days begin to grow longer again, slowly, almost imperceptibly at first. That idea should sound familiar. Masonry never pretends that darkness doesn't exist. In fact, it assumes that every man begins his journey there, unformed, uncertain, searching. Darkness isn't evil. It's unrefined. It's the material the work is done upon. Every Mason has experienced his own long night in life. Times when clearly the light disappeared and wasn't obvious. The solstice reminds us that darkness has a limit. One of the most Masonic aspects of winter solstice is this. The light doesn't rush back. There's no dramatic moment, no sudden breakthrough, just seconds of daylight at a time. And that's how real growth works. Most of our improvements don't happen in life-changing moments. It happens quietly. A better decision, a measured response, a moment of restraint, a clearer thought. Masonry doesn't promise instant illumination. It teaches patience, discipline, steady labor. The solstice reminds us that even when we feel stuck, the light may still be increasing. In Masonic symbolism, the sun represents more than just brightness. It represents order. It rises and sets by law. It governs time. It brings life without favoritism. Even if it's weakest point of the year, the sun is still obeying its design. That matters. Because when life feels chaotic, Masonry reminds us that there's still structure beneath the surface. A pattern is still unfolding, even when we can't see the whole plan. The light returns not because we wish it to, but because the universe is built that way. And Masonry teaches us to align ourselves with that order. You know, there comes a point in every Mason's life when old tools stop working, when previous identities fall away, when certainty fades, when the questions get deeper instead of easier. That's an inner winter solstice. And it can feel uncomfortable. But here's the esoteric truth. The moment you become aware of the darkness, you're already turning toward the light. Self-examination is light. Reflection is light. The desire to improve, light. The work never stops. It simply turns inward for a season. As the days slowly lengthen, there's another lesson worth remembering. Light isn't something we receive. It's something we're expected to carry. A Mason isn't meant to be the loudest voice or the brightest spectacle. He's meant to be steady, measured, trustworthy. If you've been given more light, you're accountable for how you use it. That means patience when it's hard, Principle when compromise would be easier. Calm when others are unsettled. And the return of light always brings responsibility with it. As we move through this season of the winter solstice, here's the simple takeaway. Don't rush the darkness. Don't fear it. Don't underestimate small steps. The light returns. It always does. Quietly, faithfully, by design. And our task as Masons is to be ready when it does. Thank you for walking this journey with me.